to another place. If you're not, come in with me. I'll talk about love. You say.
Hello everyone, Expat Ian in the Philippines. Oh, this dreaded topic, budgets. Budgets. No, I'm not going to say how much I spend and whatever. Slightly different. I think I've sussed it out. I did early this morning, but I've just seen another video that um, tells me I'm right. It's funny that video just came up. We get people saying you need a certain, or they need a certain amount of money to survive in the Philippines, and under that certain amount, you will not be able to survive in the Philippines. Bullshit. Now I know why they come to this idea. It's the level or your classes. So you have your lower class people, before middle class people now, and your upper class people. I was sort of. I'll come to that. So I'll compare this not to America because I'm from the UK, so I'll do it the UK way. Um, if you get somebody that was in the upper class, yeah, and they come over to the Philippines, of course they go, oh, I'm not going to live in the jungle in the provinces. Oh no, it's all smelly and noisy. I'm going to build my own mansion. Of course, they don't know it any other way because that's how they lived in the UK. You get somebody from the middle class who then maybe had their own house. Again, they'll come to the Philippines. Oh, I'm not going to. I don't want to live near the province. We can live. We can live in the town. I'm okay with that. We go shopping and everything's there. Then we get the poor people who live down on the what we call them council estates. So they're all rented properties, and you all live together on estates. Now, if they would come to the Philippines, it's, oh yeah, it's all right. I don't mind living in the province. Yeah, just like living back in England, isn't it? I'm okay with that, mate. Rice? Oh, I like rice. Even if I don't like rice, I'll eat something else. As long as you get something in it, better than nothing. So it's your way of thinking. Just because you think you need, for example, this topic's called $2,500.
What?
That's what you need. Because that's what you're used to. And then the middle class one will go, yeah, but I need $1,500 to survive. Yes, because that's what you're used to. It's like saying the upper class, you go shopping. Oh, I'm not going to wear those clothes. Oh, look what you look like. And again, the lower class will go, oh, yeah. Again, I've got holes in my shoes and holes in my trousers and even in my t-shirt, but I don't care. They're nothing in it. It's all your way of thinking. Do I need to live on the beach in a big house in the Philippines? Personally, no. Why? What for? Do I need to go out to five-star restaurants every night? No. Of course, if you have the money. Example, I grew up on an estate in England, so so we didn't have much money. We didn't get pocket money. We didn't get. I even had to steal candy from the shops because we did get candy. I know. Don't tell anyone. Secret. So I think some of you know my background. So I from living from the estate because there was no jobs at that time. The market was very poor, no jobs. So that's why I ended up joining the military at a very young age. And then I moved, I got sent with the military to Germany. That's how I ended up in Germany. So then I ended up living on an estate in the UK, going with the British military to Germany, and then when I left the military, ended up living in a very small town, like a village or town. So it was like one step higher. And then because I was earning my own money, and we were saving, my wife was, or my ex-wife at that time was also working. So we were both working. We were saving money, and we had a very old apartment to start off with. And then we upgraded to a brand new apartment that we saw was being built. Stopped there a few years, and then over the road where we were living, they were building a row of houses. So we upgraded to that. So I was always upgrading my lifestyle. But even then, um, uh, we went out for a meal once a month. You couldn't afford it. With two people working, you couldn't afford it. And then we went on holiday. Okay, we went on holiday once a year. So we saved our money that we could at least do that. And we never went to bars, discos. We never done things like that. And then late in my life, I ended up getting divorced, and I headed off then to China, thanks to my company, the boss. So, and because then I worked in China, my salary almost doubled.
Wow.
Eh, we were going out drinking every weekend. We were um, going to expensive restaurants, and again, it's this thing: when you have the money, you spend it. And it was then when I met my Filipina. So we were. So this is it. We were going to very expensive restaurants and eating big steaks and caviar. We were drinking champagne. It's just this thing. So I got the money and I want to live that life. And then sometimes my wife wasn't looking so happy, and I go, well, what's up? And she goes, well, the money that we're spending now for this meal, my family can live like 1 month from and it just you get you thinking. So even though we were going out for a nice meal, and in the back of her thought, it was we don't really have to do this. We can live like normal people. So anyway, as I said, no, I've worked for this, and I want to do this now and again. I wasn't doing it all the time. No. So, and that's when I came again to thinking. So if because I come from a poorish background, yes, I've worked my way up, been able then to eat at all these we call poor man's talk fancy restaurants, and I'm able to adapt very easily back to normal way of living. For example, here. So when I came to the Philippines, when I first seen how people, I laughed not because of them. It's because it reminded me of how I grew up and lived before. Cold, no hot water. We only had cold water. We also had brownouts. Um, the toilet was down in the garden, bottom of the garden. In the house for the night, we had what they call a pea pot. So you peed in there or whatever, and then in the next day you took it down to the toilet, down at the bottom of the garden. So and it was the games the children play, like the games that we used to play. Oh, 50 years ago, and that's what made me like laugh. So coming back, and that's how. So depending on how these people lived in the UK when they're coming over here, of course they don't want to go down. So if I'm a like I said before, they're not going to live in a council estate, like these subdivisions. They want their own big house and swimming pool and a big car. It's okay. The same again with the middle class. They'll prefer maybe to live in the city where everything's available, and then people like me, we live in the province, and we do not survive. We live very comfortably because we know how to use our money at the fullest. Not like the others, where they just, we've got it, and yeah, yes, oh, we'll get a maid to cook for us, my darling, so you don't have to do that. And we'll get another maid who can do all the cleaning, my darling, so you don't have to do that either. So what does she do? I don't know. I never get that. It's like, well, I mean, if you have children and you're both like me, if you're both working, you have children, then you need somebody to look after the children. Yes, I understand that. But to have someone there ironing even the rich people here, they have trousers. Not like you normal people who wear your shirts and your shorts and your flippy floppies or whatever you call them. So it's just all your mindset and getting. I mean, I know when you come over to the Philippines in the first place, you do all your research and your planning. So and then, it's like, oh, I don't like those foods. Oh, it's all disgusting. Why come over here then? But in the end, how can they tell them people that you cannot survive on a like this thing now at $2,500 US? It's because they have no idea. And then the middle class people, yes, they again they'll come over here with their money. Yeah, it's like I said before. Yes, you will spend it. If you've got it, you'll spend it. And especially when you get then older, um, you're not going to save. You're not going to save your money. What's the point in saving it when you're getting old? You're going to want to spend it, right? But it's how you spend it. Yeah, and then us normal people says we have no trouble. We know how to spend our money wisely. That's wisely. How to spend your money wisely. Yeah. Anyway, I think you get my drift. Uh, the upper class, the rich people, middle class, I think the normal or whatever, and then the lower class. Do I care? No. As long as I'm happy, I know that I'm not surviving. I'm living comfortably. Look, I've got my house all paid for, and the ground that we have is all paid for, and I spend $600 a month. I can put a shirt on. I've got some shirts. I've got some suits. I have some shoes. Yes. Yeah. Just you don't have to wear them over here. So does. I think you get my drift. Spend your money how you want if you think you need that much, but don't go around telling people. Say you have no idea, absolutely no idea. That's what I made my channel for, to prove you guys wrong. Not everybody can live like us. I've done it and proved those guys wrong. So I have done videos before. If you're new to my channel or you have not subscribed, please subscribe, guys, and check out my videos. Just flick through them, and you'll see the my food videos of how I eat and how I live and how I ended up here. So, guys, I hope that was a little bit informative, and you understand that a little bit now when all these shitty budget videos come out. In the end, they're all a waste of time. But, anyway, guys, so that's all for me now. Call it in. I'll catch you on my next video. So until then, guys, take care, and it's goodbye. Money, money, money. It must be funny in a rich man's world.